Hello and welcome, I'm Kira Scribner, and today I'm going to react to the Booker Longlist of 2024. I'm very, very excited. I am currently visiting my parents and in their basement, so if you think that it's a bizarre background, that's why. Okay, I saw James, because Eric popped up first. The first book is Wild House by Colin Barrett. I have never seen this. It has a deer or a goat on the front. Very, very interesting. A darkly comic account of frustration and misadventure in a small Irish town. A slow burn study of character and a fate that's also on the edge of your seat thriller. The thriller part is not as exciting to me because I'm not a big fan of thrillers, but we love small Irish town, slow burn study of character. It almost, like, the wildness of it reminds me slightly of Study of Obedience from last year. I'm sure it's very, very different, but the vibes kind of feel like they're there. And the X's in the goat's face. Ooh, Sally Rooney. Sorry, the second one came on. Sally Rooney also blurbed it. Headshot. Okay. I've been interested if this would make it. A lot of people have been talking about it. I thought Headshot was more on people's wish list than anything else. It is about a woman boxing in Nevada and family dynamics. We have James by Percival Everett, a favorite and a well-loved book. I have not read it yet. I was supposed to read it in the spring and it got delayed, but I shouldn't be surprised that this year. He has been formally shortlisted before. And it's this captivating response to Mark Twain's classic that is both bold exploration and a dark character of history and a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. We have Orbital. Okay, this is another shock. I know a lot of people were really excited for it, but I didn't know if it would actually make it. It says 6 astronauts observe Earth in splendor while navigating bereavement, loneliness, and mission fatigue. Compact yet beautifully expansive, this is a love letter to our planet. Creation Lake by Rachel Kussner. A profound and irresistible page-turner about a spy for hire who infiltrates a commune of eco-activists in rural France. The prose is thrilling and the ideas electrifying. Does not sound like my kind of book very much. My Friends. I'm very excited to see this. A complex and powerful meditation on what friendship means and a moving exploration of how exile impacts those forced to navigate a world where they cannot rest. Oh, forced to navigate a world where they cannot rest. That's impacting. This Strange Eventful History by Claire Massoud. Oh, I recognize her name. Epic in its scale, yet intimate in its detail, this compelling, timeless novel follows 3 generations of Franco-Algerian family in their migrations around the world. Sounds really cool. I love family histories and when we go from one generation to another. Held by Anne Michaels. A kaleidoscopic novel about war, trauma, science, faith, and above all, love and human connection. Reading it seems to alter your state of mind. Wandering Stars. This is really cool to see. I have not read his other book, There, but it has been on my list for a long time. And this I had out from the library in the spring as well and didn't read. But the century-spanning epic paints a vivid portrait of Native American experiences in a society that often fails to recognize the value of its indigenous people. Enlightenment by Sarah Perry. A quiet novel of deep pleasure set in a small town, Essex, and an ambitious exploration of heaven, comics, faith, ghosts, and love. Wow, that took a turn at the end. Playground by Richard Powers. Oh, darn it. I read Bewilderment for him 3 years ago in 2021, my first year following the Booker, and I did not like it very much. Polynesian Islanders prepare to vote on a billionaire's seasteading project on an exhilarating novel that distills subjects as diverse as climate change and colonialism. So his other book was also dealing with climate change and social issues, and I know that his book, The Overstory, is huge into that. He had characters with autism in his last book, and I just thought they were terribly rendered. Like, I didn't think that that was a good representation. So, do I trust him to look at colonialism? I don't know. I don't know if I'll read this book. If it is a thick book, I definitely won't be, but I would love to hear other people's thoughts. I know other people love him. I know other people are more like me and are less a fan of him. The Safekeep. A remarkable debut about obsession and loss set in an isolated Netherlands house. The author draws us into a world as carefully calibrated as a Dutch still life. Very interesting. I love to see some Dutch representation on this. Stoneyard Devotional by Charlotte Wood. This is an Australian book, which is great to see. A woman settles into a monastery in rural Australia and discovers that no shelter is impermeable. This novel thrilled and chilled the judges. There's a lot of conversation about faith and religion in this, which is interesting because we don't normally see that in these lists. But we've had a few that mention faith or that is mentioning a monastery. Okay, that is our list. I have to say that I'm not like overly thrilled with this list. Like, I'm excited that James is here, excited that Wandering Souls is here. I want to read the other books mostly, but I'm not really like There's nothing that really grabs my attention and yanks me in, which is the same problem I had last year where I just didn't feel very compelled. And I want to be compelled by the book, or I want to read it and to be enmeshed with it and enjoy all of the joys of it. But yes, Headshot is interesting. I've heard lots of things. My Friends actually is probably the book that I'm most excited for. And I'll probably read most of the others, but yeah, I'm just not like excited in the way that I want to be excited. But alas, I will let you know when I've started to read these books. I'll probably do a reading vlog, I'll do a reaction to the short list, and all of those things. I love discussing books that everyone is reading, so that part will always be exciting.